Hi there, Pisces. This is the Spirit Warrior with your fortnightly reading. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing a reading for the month of August. I know we're already a little way in, but better late than never, they say. So in the first row is the first week of the month, and the first card is the Seven of Swords with the Eight of Swords and then the Four of Cups. For the second week, we have a flicker. We have two flickers. We have the Ten of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. For the third week, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Fool card, and the Lovers. For the last week of the month, the cards are the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Now we'll put down one more card, which will be the mystery card, which will be the overarching energy of the reading. Cards just... What we'll do, because it keeps flicking cards out. So we have the Judgment card, and we'll put one other card there, which is the mystery card. You can't argue with the universe, can you? Right, in the first week we have the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Four of Cups. So the Seven of Swords, of course, can be lying, cheating, and stealing, and you need to be very aware of what interactions you have with people in life, that they're not being dishonest with you. The Eight of Swords is a card of restricted thinking. It's all about the limited construct of your own mind. You can only see one narrow path in life, and this is really limiting the experience that you're having of life. And similarly, the Four of Cups is a card of restricted thinking. He's created these three cups, but he's really disappointed, and he's really fixated on the limitations of these cups. He expected a whole lot more, and he's really disappointed, but so disappointed that he can't see the offer from the universe of the fourth cup, saying, here are the new opportunities of life. Of course, what I didn't say here in the Seven of Swords is that he is a card also of doing things differently. He's stealing the swords from the soldiers so they can't go to battle in the morning, and this speaks of doing things differently. And this reflects perfectly on these two cards, doesn't it? The universe is saying now is the time to leave behind your restricted thinking and move past the disappointment of the past and be ready to embrace new opportunities. So this really is saying, move your gaze away from what was and move your gaze towards what can be. The Seven of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords. The King of Cups clarifies the Eight of Swords. And the Ten of Wands clarifies the Four of Cups. So it certainly seems to be a week of struggle in this first week of August, doesn't it? We have the Ten of Wands. It is the end of a cycle. So this could be the end of a difficult time in your life. It can be 10 months, can be 10 years, might be 10 days. But now's the time to put down the burden of the wands of struggle. The Two of Swords is a card of being blindfolded to opportunity. You can only see there's this way or that way. There's really no other possibility in life. And this really ties in perfectly with the other cards here, doesn't it? There's a lot of limitation in your mind. You might be feeling quite confused in this week and really frustrated about how your life is travelling. The King of Cups is the master of his emotion. You can see the sea is swirling around his throne, and this says that even in difficult times, you have the mastery of your emotions, that you have the strength of your heart, which will enable you to navigate a new path away from all this mental torment. So this really is follow the strength of your heart and move away from all this mental negativity that is haunting you here in the first week. In the second week, we have the Ten of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords kind of continues this theme, doesn't it? It's about the recurring nightmare that you haven't been able to shake these negative thoughts, and they're really holding you back, and you're feeling tormented and really unhappy. Doesn't sound too great, does it, Pisces? Of course, emotions are your thing, and that's why the King here says that you can use your emotions and your heart to move forward. The Two of Wands says that as you wake up from this nightmare and use the mastery of your emotions, that you can look out over the horizon towards new possibilities in life, that you can move past the feelings of being downtrodden and life it sucks and there's only one way and that's down. Now is you're opening your eyes to the opportunities of the universe across the horizon. And the Ten of Cups says that as you do so, joy and happiness will fill your life. This is the card of fortune after difficulty. So this really is about moving away from difficult times towards that happy ever after story and your life being filled with love, joy and happiness. So it really is a positive story for you here, Pisces. The Ten of Cups is clarified by the Temperance card. The Five of Cups clarifies the Two of Wands. And the Knight of Swords clarifies the Nine of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, clarifying the Nine of Swords, says it's time to move on from this mental turmoil, doesn't it? He is a card of improving clarity, but he's highly energized, and he says you're ready to move on, Pisces. The Five of Cups is a card of disappointment. It's about being fixated on the losses from the past and not being able to see the future for the blackness of these ideas. Of course, the universe has got these two cups here ready for him, ready to move on, but he's so fixated that he's blind to this opportunity. He's blind to these blessings. He's blind to this expansion that's available to him. And so the universe really says to experience the Two of Wands, you need to turn around and engage the two cups behind you, which are the future of your life. And the Temperance card is a card of healing, rebalancing and alchemy. So the universe is saying there is healing available to you. There will be some rebalancing required of you in this phase, because the Nine of Swords has really kept you in a funk for some time, hasn't it? That it's been dragging you down. So you have the healing, you have the rebalancing, and you also have alchemy available to you, which is turning something from one thing to another as the angel pours the water from one cup to another. And this suggests that you can alchemize the suffering and the loss that you've experienced into something different. And you can see here there is a path towards the golden crown. So it says the path towards success and happiness in your life is to alchemize and heal and rebalance. In the third week, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Fool card, and the Lovers card. Now life is starting to look a bit better for you here, Pisces, isn't it? The Fool card says you are ready to take that leap. And I didn't see here we have the Five of Cups. So it being in the last week suggests it might be a bit persistent. But now you're starting to feel a bit more adventurous. You've got this energy to charge towards a new life in the Knight of Swords. And now you're feeling a whole lot more positive and ready to take that leap into the future. This is a breakthrough in your life, really, isn't it? This is you being ready to break through and receive the blessings and opportunities of the universe. And the Lovers is, of course, a card of new love. There are no other romantic cards here, so it really is about a choice or a decision. So you may be confronted by something that is quite challenging to you here in the third week. Of course, it could mean the choice you have to make is the choice of the Five of Cups, isn't it? Are you going to continue crying over the spilt wine and the loss and the pain, or are you going to embrace the two cups the universe is offering you here? And the Ten of Pentacles says that if you embrace opportunity and take a leap into the future, that your life will be blessed and there will be prosperity and abundance flowing into your life, and this will be a major legacy in your life. So a truly positive transition here for you, Pisces. The Lovers is clarified by the Ace of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles clarifies the Fool card. And the Queen of Wands clarifies the Ten of Pentacles. Of course, when there's a number of royalty cards appearing, it can mean that people with these energies are entering your life. But the Queen of Pentacles confirms that if you take this new leap, that you will be rewarded with prosperity and abundance. And the Queen of Wands says you're energized and ready to make things happen. Regardless of what people think about the path that you're taking, this is you being focused and ready and taking action towards your dreams and goals. And that Ace of Wands is a card of new beginnings. You can see all the new growth here. So really, this confirms that the Lovers is probably a card of choice here. And the choice here is staying stuck in the past and the losses and the pain, or embracing expansion and growth and blessings that the universe is sending you here. In the last week, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So there's two repeats here, isn't there? There's the Two of Swords and the Five of Cups. And this suggests that these thoughts or mind patterns are quite persistent, aren't they? That they existed here in the first 2 weeks, but there's been a lot of movement and blessings and energy flowing into your life, but still these negative mindsets persist, don't they? And it says that this is quite a battle that you're engaging here, that you have been stuck in this mindset and the Nine of Swords for some time, and this is saying it really does require application, that you do need to ensure that you see more than two paths in life, and that you don't stay stuck in the losses of the past. Of course, lots of people love being in this situation of crying over what they've lost in life. They'll tell you for hours and hours about their stories of woe, and this really holds them in a place of negativity and not being able to grow and receive the bounty of the universe. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of planting seeds. So this really is the antithesis of these two. This is looking towards the future and planting new seeds of opportunity. Of course, he is the most static knight in the tarot, so you do need to use the energy of the Queen of Wands to plant the seeds, tend the seeds, and harvest the seeds to reap the benefit of this contemplation and this decision making that's happening here in the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Cups. The Five of Cups is clarified by the Nine of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles clarifies the Two of Swords. So the Nine of Wands says you have felt embattled. This is the wounded warrior. So you have been through the ringer, but you're standing strong. And this suggests that indeed you can adopt a positive mindset and move past the difficult times of the past. The Three of Pentacles is a card of gathering together with people to create something masterful in your life. And so the universe is saying the path to new beginnings and creating the positive achievements in life that you desire, that you need to gather together with people. That is, seeking advice and guidance and support. And this guidance may help you move past the negative mindset. Often people will cheer you up or give you positive guidance towards the things you want to achieve in life. So this could be about consulting those in your life that you respect and who have mastery in life and will help you build what you truly desire in life. And the Seven of Cups is a card of opportunity. You are blessed with many possibilities in your life. Not all are palatable, so it's about focusing your desires on the area you want to receive. And it's also about these just being a thought process. These are fantasies or dreams, so you do need to have the energy of the Queen of Wands to drag them down to the earthly plane. So with the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, this is about opportunity and planting seeds, and this is the way forward in your life. So really quite an amazing journey here for you, Pisces. So in the overarching energy, we have the Judgment card and the Chariot card. So indeed, the Judgment card is very fitting here, isn't it? It does represent the end of a cycle. And of course, we have the Fool card saying there's a new phase of life available to you. But this is also about rising up from the ashes and claiming new beginnings. So this is about the planting of seeds and bringing your dreams and wishes down to the earthly plane. And the Chariot card kind of supercharges the Judgment card, doesn't it? That is a card about taking control of your life, about leaving the disappointment behind and getting in the chariot and driving it across the river towards the opportunities the universe is laying out here. Of course, we have the mighty Ace of Wands, which is amazing possibilities in your life. And it is the promise of success and victory. So it is an amazing omen for you here, Pisces. No, there's way too many cards here. So we'll just move Mr. Chariot across a bit so you can see him a bit better. So the Chariot is clarified by the Eight of Swords. And really this is confirming that, the Eight of Swords does clarify the Judgment and the Chariot card. And this confirms that to receive the blessings and rise up from the ashes and claim the victory and success of the Chariot card, that you do need to choose a new path, that you need to open up the horizons of your life and broaden the possibilities of your life. It is really saying that you need to claim this breakthrough and be more positive and optimistic in life. And really, you'll be truly blessed when you do so. I hope you liked that reading, Pisces. Give me a like and subscribe so you can catch me next time. If you haven't subscribed, I'd really love you to do so. It really helps me grow the channel, and I'd be deeply appreciative. I send you much love, joy, peace, and happiness. And this is the Spirit Warrior signing out. Ciao.